It's Alex the Boat Guy, and we're down here in the marina today on this fabulous little CS33. And here she is. It's a 1982 CS33. This is a Raymond Wall design from CS Yachts, Brampton, Ontario. Been well looked after, it's been upgraded, a lot of newer equipment added. And that's the great thing about some of these older boats now. Yes, they are 40 some odd years old, but you have a solid base to start with here. And it's worth putting money into some of these boats. I was just talking about investments in general and some of these older vessels. Literally, you can now purchase vessels where they've been well looked after and upgraded. And what you're purchasing the boat for really is the equal amount of money that someone's put into it. So we'll start the little tour here. I'll head up to the bow. Alex the Boat Guy down at the docks, just checking out this little boat. It's been well looked after, as I stated before. But you can see here, it's a pretty decent little foredeck space. And I'll take you on a little tour, but I can definitely say that these boats sail very well. So quite a bit of displacement, 44% ballast to weight ratio. So that gives you a nice firm ride on this vessel. And I've actually sailed on this boat myself, and I can attest that she will sail upwind at 4 knots in 4 knots of wind. And you're sailing up against some of the larger Hunters, Benettos. She'll hold her own course, that's for sure. I'll take you on a little tour. Starting up in the bow here, there's no power windlass on this vessel, but it is a manual drive, winch handle driven. Plenty of anchor chain and rode. And with the Bruce style anchor, good holding power, as well the roller furling. And taking a walk aft now, this is the port side. There is 4 hatch, good ventilation. The decks are pretty solid. The CS Yachts, they really pride themselves on no exterior wood other than the washboards in the companionway, so stainless steel handrails. Rigging and lines, etc., run to the cockpit aft through shivs here. It's been well looked after. We're going to give her a little scrub here, and she'll shine like a beauty. It's a tall rig for the size of boat. Aluminum tow rails. The canvas and the Dodger, etc., were replaced on this boat in 2012, as well as the sails were replaced in 2012. So this is a full batten main here. Just took the sail cover off to show you the condition of the sail. And this boat's been dramatically upgraded with extras such as solar panel, inverters, etc. And just walking aft, it's a generous sized cockpit for a 33-foot boat with a large steering wheel, leather wrapped. I'm going to say it's 40 inches. And it's all fiberglass cockpit, self-tailing Lumar winches, number 40. And good visibility from the helm position here. You can look right through the Dodger, or the wheel is large enough. You can be sailing and sitting on the coaming here and just looking forward, either side. And this boat has a standard horizon GPS, older style. Does work. And lines led aft, such as main sheet, as well as reefing. It's convenient to be able to do from the cockpit. Yeah, it's Alex the Boat Guy, and we're stepping down below this CS33. She's a cute little vessel. But what's amazing about these 40-year-old boats is that they were built by craftsmen at the time. And so the interior, for example, is teak plywood with solid teak nosings and finishings. As well, when they built the Galley, they utilized aluminum and stainless steel, which is great to have in a boat. So we can, we'll pan around here quickly, but I can say that this boat's been upgraded, it's been looked after. Things like propane fireplace, double sets of batteries, inverter, solar panel, foam in the cushions, all that sorts of things that cost you money in the end, but really, you know, it's been looked after, it's been upgraded, wiring, electrical panels, etc. as well. So we'll do a little close in and take a look at these extra items for you. Just taking a look at the electrical upgrades here. Blue Sea electrical panels with battery monitoring system, DC and AC, and there's a voltage gauge there, as well as a Victron battery monitoring system. Very useful. Gives you your percentage on your batteries, as well as your usage and charging rate, etc. So stepping below on this particular version, the chart table is off to the starboard side, and a lot of the CS33s were built without a quarter berth. This particular one is built with the quarter berth. It's primarily used for storage. There's cockpit cushions there and regular seat cushions, etc. Now, in any boat, I guess besides the engine and the sails, the galley is the other most important space in a boat. We have a single stainless steel sink here. The faucet's been upgraded and updated there. There's a icebox space here that has been converted with a NovaCool refrigeration unit, and it does make ice as well. Someone along the line replaced the original stove with a Caribbean by Dickinson, same company that makes the bulkhead heaters. And then along the back here behind the plexiglass, you have your storage units for your plates and bowls and cups, etc. Decent little galley space. This is that aluminum trim I was mentioning earlier. And cutlery drawer, accessible. It's solid wood, by the way. Canadian ash, actually. And decent little pots and pans covered here, all integrated. So your pressure hot water and your propane system and your storage, you're good to go in the galley. Taking a pan around the main salon, port side, you have a settee there with storage in behind, as well as a small cupboard. And the starboard side settee is a little longer, a little wider. And on the CS's, this particular one does fold out. It's a Jacob's ladder arrangement there of panels, etc. that does make a double berth. Zooming in a little closer, you can see the upholstery is in pretty decent shape for the age of the boat. And I believe at some point this foam was replaced. Taking a pan around now from the mast, looking aft. Starboard side settee, the chart table, and the galley, and the port side settee. Engine is located under the center set of staircases here. It was replaced in 2012. It's a 21 horse Nanny diesel, which is a Kubota base. Just took the engine cover off there to take a look. These boats originally came with a very large Danish two-cylinder called a Buch. And you can see the cutaway down in the bilge here for the old flywheel. That's long gone, and these little Kubotas, they're about half the size and half the weight, but the same amount of power. So this is all very nicely integrated here. It's been well looked after. There's a time date stamp on the bulkhead there. Last serviced in 7/31/21 at 628 hours. I did just recently look at the hours gauge, and I believe it's 675 thereabouts. I have run the engine. It's very smooth, easy to operate. And a new water tank in behind as well. And going forward now, clock and barometer on the bulkhead, port side there. LED lighting in a lot of the fixtures here. Starboard side, you have the head. A large mirror makes it feel a lot bigger than it is. The head's been replaced, as well as all the plumbing. Ventilation and lighting with LED bulbs. And going forward now to the forepeak, which is the primary berth, I guess, in this boat. The mattresses were replaced. It's the same upholstery, but the foam is new. And it looks like it has a topper on it, which could have a cover and then all your necessary sheets, etc. Storage up in the bow. Small lockers, port and starboard here. Pretty good ventilation, and there is one little set of drawers as well. So, you know, you'd have to pack relatively light on a 33-foot boat, but you could leave a bag down here on the floor underneath. So plenty of space to move around, plenty of storage, great little overall boat.